Delicious caviar.
You got some good spread there, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But there you have a nice bite of caviar. Traditional. This is how the Russians do it. It's like an oyster. It's like tasting the river or the ocean, wherever the fish comes from. So one of my favorite foods as of late is caviar. I've been eating caviar whenever I get the opportunity to, and in Berlin I ate a lot of caviar. That's where I got introduced to it, and caviar is absolutely delicious. If you're not familiar with caviar, it's actually fish eggs, and this is white caviar right here. This is the cheap stuff. But traditionally what you do is you take the caviar, you don't just eat it whole, you put it on a piece of white bread. Usually the cheapest white bread is just fine. You put some butter on the white bread. I just bought sticks of butter. When did butter get so expensive? Seriously, it's just milk, right? I don't even have like a plate or anything. And then you just take the white bread part. Let's see if I can use this bag. That'll do. Butter. Take off the crust. You usually do like little squares, but I don't have a knife or anything, so like that looks good. Take the butter. Good, this is a little bit soft. Put the butter on the bread, butter bread. You could toast this if you want, the butter and the bread, but I think it's more traditional if you don't toast it. But this is kind of just the vessel to get the caviar in your mouth. Of course, the wind starts blowing the second I start doing this. Making a mess with these butter beans. Let's see. Not much of a scent. Usually it doesn't have much of a scent. But that is some white caviar. Obviously the black stuff is the super expensive stuff. But I wasn't going to pay $60 for a little can. And you want to be generous with it. You could even just do a spoonful if you want, but there you have. This is, what was it? Nothing fancy. Whitefish caviar. But there you have a nice bite of caviar. Traditional. This is how the Russians do it. Salty, fishy. Little bubbles that explode in your mouth. There's definitely like a umami flavor to it. I love the saltiness and the fishiness. It's like an oyster. It's like tasting the river or the ocean, wherever the fish comes from. Pair it with champagne if you can. I got some non-alcoholic hop tea. I think that'll go really well with the saltiness of the caviar. So you got hoppy, you got salty, you got the little bit of sweetness from the butter. That is a good pairing. That is delicious. It's my birthday today, so I figured I'd treat myself, even though it's really not that expensive. That was only like $10. It's delicious. It really is. Delicious caviar.
You got some good spread there, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Getting noticed.